There we are. Welcome to our 7th hour end of the year spring projects. We are Vision Tech, and our students will be presenting their 4-week projects. We're going to begin with Nate.
Okay, so as said, I am Nate Rosson. And for my 4-week project, I created a temperature sensor display. So this is what I used. I used the Arduino Uno and breadboard plus LCD, which I got from Amazon for around $60. It came with wires, a 10K potentiometer, an LCD screen, a TMP36 sensor, which is like, it's a temperature sensor, which you put in a certain code and it'll do the Celsius, and you convert Celsius to Fahrenheit, and you can do whatever one you want. And then I got wires, and I got a bunch of other stuff. I say it's worth it. Dude. Yeah, wires. So my project, I was creating a temperature sensor, which I could display on an LCD screen. And I could change like the brightness of the letters. So the best part was hooking up the LCD screen to the Arduino and actually making it light up with words, because I think my second week technically, my first week working with it, I couldn't figure out, I could just make it like light up with no words. And eventually I looked into it and I got a different code, and eventually I got the words to show up, which made me really happy because I could actually, I knew I could do stuff now. I felt pretty smart. And then with the 10K potentiometer, or pot. That's what
that's what it's called, yeah.
If you could like turn, I guess you would say like the amount of voltage that went into the letters so they'd get dimmer or brighter, which it was a pretty cool thing to see because I've never done anything like that in my life. So I made it work amazingly by my own eyes. It took a couple of test tries with starting out with making the LCD screen work first, and then hooking up the temperature sensor separately, and then looking for a code that would go with both and the way to wire it. Because for it to work, you have to find a certain way to wire it and make it work with each other. So like you had to say this wire goes to this, and it will power that on in a certain way. Yeah. So in the end, it worked. I had to fix some of the code because I think I messed up my calibration on the temperature sensor. So just trying to figure out how to like use this like for the first time. It came with like a little book, a guidebook. It had a bunch of cool ideas, like it had LEDs, a buzzer, there was a button thing to do in there. There was different ways to light up the LEDs, and you could like change the code whenever you wanted. So you could have like a red light go to a blue light and go to like a green light to a purple light just by changing whatever by the code. So I did that for quite a while on my own, and I made the buzzer work, made me happy. And then I had to go online to find out for the temperature sensor because it didn't have it in the book, but I hooked that up by myself, and I showed that to myself that I did it. For the code and the LCD display, I used Adafruit. It's a really good website. Has a lot of coding and cool project ideas if you want to ever do anything on it. But that's what I used for the LCD and temperature sensor display. I did more practices on there with it, but that was my main for it. I had to download the Arduino application, so they have like their little website. You have to get a certain application so that way it will run their code from your computer onto the Arduino itself. And it's really, I liked how they did it. It'll tell you like what's what, and it'll tell you everything in there. And you can like transfer codes from one thing to it, and like you can save codes randomly or like whatever you think is cool and write it to yourself in it. I'd say the best resource was definitely the internet and my Boolean search string skills lead me through those tough times. Yeah. So over the review of it, following a big project for me, I think that was it's kind of a step up in a way. Because especially with this, because I've never done this before, so I had to change it plenty of times since I ordered my stuff a little late and I didn't get a week of work in. And then, let's see, I changed it up because I didn't do all my planning right. Because instead of like trying to find each individual part and not checking if the things work, because my original plan was to have something else do it automatically, but I'm pretty sure that one wasn't going to work because I looked into it. So then I went to this, and I probably could have done more planning if I was smarter about it. But yeah. And as it says, I barely did anything the first week with it. So I looked up codes and whatnot, but in the end, I feel like I did a pretty good job because I made the LCD screen work, which made me happy. It's a bit easier to understand it now too, because what things I was looking at before compared to what now, I understand it, like seeing both sides of it, like the spectrum in a way. And I also learned about like different like energy, like voltage and whatnot. So I learned about different voltage and like how, like with the 10K pot, you can like change like the color of the brightness, which was just messing with like the amount of electricity that it had. Yeah. I hope to use this sometime at home too. That'd be really cool. So.
Questions?
Let's stay over here. So yeah, in my head, I believe I accomplished it. That's just me. But then again, I'm just a kid. Teen. To do it better, I'd order my parts sooner and get more adjusted for it. Because I know she gave us a lot of time before, and I just got kind of really lazy. And I messed with my brother a lot because he was here, of course, as any normal person would do. So I'd do that quicker and probably look online a bit harder because I found this in one kit in like one little order, which is really nice. And the best part was when I made the LCD screen work for the first time, and I could write to myself and I could change like where the letters were, like say hello world or hello Nate or whatever. And then below to count like how long it's been on. So I would move that around a lot in Center. So yeah, I found that pretty fun.
Okay. Good stuff. Good use of terms. Good structure. But you're missing a huge element here. Because you're telling us what you did. You're not showing me what you did. There is no recording of you with your LED screen getting it to do what you were telling me you just got it to do. Or temperature reading, or any of that. And that's major, Nate, because that was what I told you needed to do.
Okay.
So I'm just letting you know, I love your structure, your overview, but you got to have that. That's really big, especially when you have a build project. You could have even brought it today.
I have it. It's on my laptop. I recorded some of it too. It's on my laptop.
And let's pop it up there. So I mean, we need that's part of what you do. I mean, you need to. Because that's your end project, that's your stuff.
So this was my.
That's the.
Wiring.
Yeah, the circuit plan.
I know I brought it with me. Oh, here it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
This is good. See?
So like, this is all the wiring.
There you
for
go.
it and all that, and then the other one, which I think I can show. Well, I guess not. So
That's you going through coding.
yeah. So
And that like screen capture, I think.
yeah, this is screen capture. So like I tried to point out all the things. I was kind of weird with it. I don't know why.
See, so Nate, when you are showing me mastery of technology and you're talking about, here's what I did, that's what you need to be showing with that. Are you with me?
Mm-hmm.
So if you're telling me here, okay, so I was trying to get it to talk, I wanted my device to be able to talk to the LED screen. So here's how I put input code.
Mm-hmm.
I put it here. Here's what it looked like, and this is what it did.
Okay.
Are you right?
Yeah.
So I'm just showing you that's really critical for mastery of technology. You have all that work. You got to do more than just say you did it. You have to show me that stuff.
Okay.
Okay? This is good.
What is what's the light mean?
Okay, so like the code that I have, like it shows like the light level in the room and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's a sensor.
And when I did that, I figured out like I had to have something wrong with the temperature sensor or something. But like I changed like some of the numbers or the variables so that way I get it closer to what I knew it was. Because we had the thermometer
Yep.
at a certain thing, so I changed that.
So you were having trouble with the thermometer.
Well, like
What
with
is
the sensor on there,
The sensor on it?
I think I bumped it or something, or broke something on the inside. I don't know, but I changed like the amount that it would reduce from voltage to something else. I think it was voltage the times. I think I put in 0.62 or 0.6 instead of 0.5, and then I changed it from.
Why did you find it on a forum?
I tried to do the testing it, but I couldn't do it. As I figured out, I didn't have the right parts for it. But yeah. So I figured out that as long as, I think it'll be more accurate now, because it won't be 95. It's not 95 inside the house. It's like 73 or so. So I think by just doing that, it made it better because I took it down 20 degrees.
Because I remember you said it was reading high.
Yeah, it was reading really high. So
Okay. Okay, so here's what I want you to do after this. I want you to put your keynote and those 2 videos in your drive folder and final project, okay? All right. Thank you very much, sir. Let's give him a round of applause. Okay, Tachi.
Alright, well, I almost forgot. It's hard.
The one right here is scanned.
So
There's some good stuff there.
I didn't discover until last night I did not have any way to color.
Oh.
Hey,
Oh.
color what now?
My
Your album cover?
Yeah.
Is it fire?
Well, it does contain fire in it, yes, and certain aspects of fire
Is it
in
like-
place.
I want to hear the fire. I want the fire.
Down, down, down.
That's the ring of fire. I said fireball. Well, different song. Yes,
Ah,
Wouldn't it have been cool though if like you'd have had your combination of, Lil Wayne versus.
Meat Mill.
No, I mean, I just love when people combine different genres. It's fun. That's what the Grammys are all about. Dave's 4-week assignment, and it's all in the money.
Money.
Okay, we're ready for you. So, okay, let's get quiet, please.
Warning. I have no idea what I'm doing with this presentation. I really have no idea what I'm doing. It's gonna be extremely cringy. I'm probably gonna be missing information. Just go with it. All right, so the main goal of this was obviously
Next goal.
the main goal was to obviously write an album, but what I really wanted to get out of it was like basic songwriting, just get the experience out of it. Because really, that's the only thing I really could have gotten out of it. The plan was to make 3 songs, get the experience out of it, and not try to sound stupid, but the results were they were decent at best. We call that decent. I got experience, yes, but I sound stupid, so I guess it was a success.
You did not sound stupid.
El Masterio, my masteries, my tools. I used a sound studio over there. I had a mic that I have no idea what the name is. I used a, how do I think of it? An icicle, I think it's called.
Yes.
I used an icicle that I plugged into a computer, and I was able to record through GarageBand with the mic. I use GarageBand. I hate GarageBand. I don't want to use GarageBand ever again.
You can't be DJ Jesse said.
Okay, so tutorials. I guess I'll just show what I have. Basically, I had this guy tell me how to structure my lyrics. He's white voice, so I can relate with him.
Lava lamps. I listened to him.
Shut up. I used WikiHow to basically learn the basics of beats, even though I already knew that. And this one was the most helpful. This one showed me how to use the musical keyboard, which if I can basically
Oh, yes.
you press Command K, and whatever instrument you select or choir, you can basically have it play almost any notes. I'll talk about the almost later. So yeah, I said in the original project plan I turned into Mrs. Dink that I would read through all these tutorials, but as I ended up reading and watching them, a lot of them were not useful at all, and it was just basically I had to go in and do it. And especially the songwriting ones, they were just awful and not helpful. I would not recommend them at all. My project plan review. I suck at planning. Don't ever let me plan for you. So basically, the overview of my plan is week 1, I write my first song. Week 2, I record the second song and write the second and third songs. Well, what happened in this second week was I got the first week's done because it was a piece of cake. I got the song done in the second week, but I only got one song written that week. So by week 3, I was already really behind. And then I put a lot of work into the second song, so then I was really behind. So the fourth week that was supposed to be spent editing was making a third song. And yeah, I was working until last night, so it was not very good. I suck at playing. Okay, so the results. How do I explain this? There's a lot that goes into music, a lot more than people think, because there's a certain soul aspect to it. There's always more than just a beat in the background. There's always a person's soul into the song if it's truly something they put a lot of time into. So basically, it just helped me understand music a lot more. Even though I've been doing music since I could barely walk, I didn't realize I didn't know that much. So the very, very grand overview. Big lesson, get better at planning. The patterns of a song make or break it. Every song has some sort of rhythm. Even hundreds of years ago, when they were making songs, they had some sort of pattern that went all throughout the song. And you have to have a pattern for the song to be successful. And the bass part makes or breaks it. It's the least, a lot of people don't give bass the credit that it deserves because you can tell immediately whether or not a song has bass. And if it's a good bass, people probably won't notice it, but it makes the song. Sure, all the treble and everything and all the soprano screeching, that's a very important part, but bass.
Oh, not that bass.
Yeah, exactly.
Bass is basically the best.
No.
I'm not sure. Not sure how much more I can talk about that, so yeah. I'm probably missing something, so yeah, lay it on me.
Yeah, the music, you showing us the artwork, you showing us how to do stuff in GarageBand.
Okay.
If you need mastery of technology, yes.
All right.
That's a
So,
church.
yes, that is a church. So this is my name. Dave. Up here is supposed to be like brimstone falling, but I did not have colors, so I couldn't draw that. This is a glass field. This is dirt. If I had colored pencils at home, this would have been a lot better. And this is a church that says "Welcome to Hell" on it. That's the name of my album. Because you're probably gonna think you're in hell when you're listening to this.
Now, you don't have to play all of something, but give us a little sampling of some of your stuff. You might choose the clean versions of it, Josh.
What's so fun in that?
I will listen to all of it, but
Oh, no. My name is Dave.
Laid on us.
I don't care what I do to it when I export it. It always sounds better on GarageBand. I don't care what I do to it, so I'm just gonna play through GarageBand.
Ever since November of '98, world never seen a force so great who can stretch and paint and separate. Build a wall with golden plate that says get to all. Who's gonna be my entry card?
I would build a great wall, and nobody builds walls better than me, believe me.
I shot it off a bed, and my father gave me a small round for $1 million.
This song ain't about Trump. The hell you smoking? JC's heat gas turban and these bombs are toting. Churches like to call me satanic, simple blasphemous. I love it when they panic, when they see I'm the most murderous monster on the planet. What's my name? My name is Dave. When you pray, come on and stop and listen. My song to live you listen. My name is Dave. When you pray, come on and stop and listen. My song to live you listen. My name is Dave. It's Kid.
Yeah, so
You should sell those.
The
That's all I'm saying.
beginning ones,
No, seriously, put that on like YouTube or something.
YouTube, you have a million
I feel like
hits.
people would
So-
listen to it.
that was straight fire.
we already did.
Yeah, we know him from the beginning, man.
You own Kansas?
Oh, this is for English. I had to record you know what, I mean, we don't have time for another one, so I might as well show this anyway.
Dave, you need to put this on
So
iTunes.
basically, I had to create this story for English class. And I'm a hillbilly in Kansas, so.
Welcome to your weekly Kansas story radio show, brought to you by 30-year-old boring stories from good old Kansas.
All right. Okay, so on to my second song. It's called Questions. So basically, ever since I was a little tyke, I've been raised through a religious background. And let's just say it has not gone over so well. A lot of bad experiences, a lot of unfortunate circumstances, and it basically just led to this song.
Just say you might censor.
Believe me, it's uncensored.
Is it uncensored?
It's uncensored.
Okay,
Like, no bad words.
okay. So I was gonna say, I want to hear but the uncensored version. Little Godfather-esque right at the beginning.
Yeah.
Like the dark days, leaving nothing but to pray. Not about blessings or praise, cause the heart's intuition is mistakes praised. Where the hell have you been? You say you can't when you washed away my sin. What's the show for it? Nothing but a dusty old book. Ideas so let the world get shook. Because you don't own. Blowing the gaze, wonder where the next hit coming from. But who cares, man? Where the hell are you? I've wasted my whole damn life looking for you. But now my life is spent. My determination bent. Looking for someone who doesn't show. It's like looking for a golden crow who doesn't care. Only if you provide your share. Do you even know how many would go? Let's see if you just showed, but you don't show yourself, not for 1 second. For 2,000 years, you've remained vacant. Millions of people just want to consign like you used to give us all the time. Where are the prophets? Where are the teachers? All we have left are phony teachers who are more corrupt than the ones they teach.
So yeah.
Good. Now show us a little bit of your editing in GarageBand, because that's the one thing
All
you've
right.
not done.
So basically, once I do all the musical keyboard stuff, which took up 95% of my time, I would have to chop off what I didn't mess up on, and which is just a basic Command T, and I would all these parts you see that like have a line through it, I did this all separately. So this part here I did separately, and then I dragged it over to here. It's a little bit harder to show once it's done, but yeah. I used a lot of loops because hip hop is a lot of patterns. So, so basically I'll just create a basic pattern. Now with this, so
When you're working on leveling, for example, with your bass,
so when I was working on bass, I originally just had this standard bass that came with the kit, and then I would mess around with the controls and equalizer. And after that, I would basically turn it up because GarageBand does not like bass, so it basically has to be on max for it to even be heard, unless it's with these speakers, which I'm really glad these are good speakers. So when it came to like the censoring process, I would have to like basically go down to full zoom because I don't want to lose. I don't want to cut out as much as possible. How do I explain this? A lot of the time when so basically when I was recording this with the mic, I would do like a huge chunk of it. I would do a huge chunk of the song. And I would cut that into bits, and then I would go over, record over what I thought was bad, which it still is, but I made that's good. I recorded over it, so basically all these parts here, they this whole part here used to be one part, and I recorded over all of this. Right here, the muffled audio. It's just basically a whole bunch of control stuff here. Not sure how much more I can explain about that. Now, I suck with the musical keyboard. So this tool here lets me, well, it's on the phone.
there it goes.
This right here lets me control how long or short the notes are. And I would go in depth with that, but we have 3 minutes and I have one more song to go. Which, funny enough, is all about the keyboard. And the name of the song's not Vague. I don't know why it's Vague.
It's called what?
I don't know why it called itself Vague. It's a Zelda parody. I basically took 3 Zelda tunes and put them together. This took me like 9 hours because I suck with the keyboard. And like, here's what I was talking about earlier. There's half notes missing. Like there's 2 half notes here. But like when I was going over and making this parody, there are certain notes that the song used that I just could not replicate.
I think it's meant for you to be able to move or shift the keyboard across a full keyboard because you've got just a partial one, but it doesn't always want to make that shift correctly. I've noticed that in times.
So I basically just had to make the best of it, and a couple spots I just basically put my own notes in there. Not sure what else I can actually show.
Do you see anywhere, because I like how you used outside audio. Do you have any place where you list that content so that you can give credit to it?
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? you've got the Donald in there. What I'm saying, your source references.
I know where I got the Donald and stuff from. I just forgot to get it. These 3 songs are
What you used.
yeah. I'll put that in like
Just throw it on like a document or something
yeah.
so I
I'll
can
find
see it.
Donald Trump stuff. It was pretty.
Okay. All right.
I think is that it?
Yeah.
All right.